I'm here today with a really special video. This is a topic I care so much about. It's one of the main reasons that I started a YouTube channel, because when I was looking into this kind of stuff, I couldn't find anything else on YouTube. I couldn't find anyone who had been going through something similar. So I hope this video helps you out. If it does, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and definitely please subscribe to my channel for lots more content about being a mom, being a Jewish mom. And so let's get started. Planning a bris. I think this is one of the most stressful parts about being a new Jewish mom. I couldn't get over the fact that I was gonna have to plan this big party for my newborn baby and have to watch him undergo what's a surgery in front of all these people just a few days after he's born. Now, I 100% wanted to have a circumcision for him, and I definitely wanted to have it be a Jewish ceremony. So I'm not going to get into any of the thoughts about that, because you know, this is my religion, this is what I believe in, and I 100% wanted to do it this way for many reasons. So yeah, but that's another topic. So anyways, I just want to get into actually planning the bris and things to think about. So we were really superstitious and didn't want to do anything before the baby was born, which made it really difficult. All that I did was gathered names from my parents and my husband's parents about who they wanted to invite, as well as who we would invite, and just get email addresses so that I'd have that kind of ready to go. And then in the hospital, actually, after the baby was born, when he was sleeping at night and I was still awake and just like riding high on all the excitement and adrenaline of having a new baby, I was on Paperless Post picking out a little invitation to send out. One of the other really special traditions that we had was we did not say the baby's name until the bris. It was just something that made the bris more meaningful, I felt, to me. I wanted to be able to share his name with everyone and the meaning behind why we chose that name for him. So it was definitely really hard to keep the name a secret, and everyone was dying to know what it was, and we're like, please, can't you just tell us? But it was something that meant a lot to me, because I felt that without that, then the bris ceremony was just, I don't know, lacking something. I really wanted that meaningful part to be there to celebrate him. So we had it at our house. There was about 80 people, which is crazy because our house is not that big. But I was really nervous about hosting it. We also had just moved into our home, so I was like, oh gosh, the house isn't going to be ready, and all these people are going to be there, and there's not going to be any room for anyone to sit, etc., etc. But this is something I researched all about, where to have the bris, and I really, in the end, chose the house because I thought it would be, again, just like more meaningful. It would feel more like a really special family-centered event. I thought if we hosted it at a restaurant or in the synagogue, it would be, I don't know, like more of a party, you know, less than a religious special personal event, if that makes sense. I thought we would just get overwhelmed with the details about like catering and timing, and the other thing I really thought about was getting the baby there and getting the baby home. And that's actually the number one reason why I chose to have it at our house, because I did not want to have to put the baby in a car seat after going through that and get him home. And I think that actually worked out really well. So yeah, because he did cry a lot afterwards for a little bit, you know, and then he went to sleep. But I think it'd be really hard to like have to calm him down and then drive home. So there's two other things I really want to get into. The first is interacting with guests at the bris. This was something I just didn't understand and was really paranoid about. I was like, so I'm gonna walk around with all these people and all their germs with my newborn baby, and how am I gonna talk to everyone? I'm gonna be feeling so bad, like, ugh, because I, just gave birth and everything. So and I researched this a lot. I was like, what do people do? Do people go and say hi to their guests? Do they not? And I think ultimately people just do whatever they need to do. So for me, I was really paranoid about people breathing on my newborn baby. So I did not take him out at all beforehand, and he didn't see anyone after. He was in and out of there. He went down, had the bris, came right back up to our bedroom. So that meant that I was with him the whole time, and I chose not to really socialize with anyone. I also had a really complicated recovery from giving birth, so I just wasn't, really able to stand around and chat with anyone. So that's what worked for me. My husband happily, did all the socializing and had lots of fun with everyone. And of course, I am sad to have missed out on that, but at the time, my priority was just being with my baby, and I know there'll be tons of other parties to do that. So I made sure he took lots of pictures and stuff. And I could have gone down, especially after the baby went to sleep, but I just wasn't feeling up to it. I did text a few of my close friends and said to them, once the baby had fallen asleep, like if they wanted to come up to my room and say hi, I'd love to see them. So just a handful of my close girlfriends came into the room and said hi to me, and that was really nice. The second thing I want to talk about is what the heck happens afterwards and what you should expect. So your mohel should give you tons of information about how to prepare and what to have on hand and all, the components of the ceremony, but just like what to, expect from your baby afterwards. So actually during the circumcision, like right at that point, our baby didn't cry, and I was like, oh my gosh, is something wrong? But it took a few seconds afterwards to it hit him what had happened. So he cried a lot right afterwards, which is something to think about because right after they did the circumcision was when we announced his name and went through all the blessings, etc. But he was crying at that time. So in hindsight, I would have made that speech a little bit shorter or done some of it beforehand because, yeah, we were like, oh, we gotta go. So took the baby upstairs. He calmed down within a few minutes, gave him a little bit of Tylenol, and he settled right down. One thing I do want to talk about though is I had never really seen the baby cry before because again, he'd only been around for a few days. Like he had whimpered here and there, but I hadn't had a real cry like that before. So just to look online at some techniques about how to calm a baby, because newborns are in this really sleepy, peaceful state, so they might not have cried before. But don't worry, they'll cry tons for the rest of their lives. So you'll have tons of crying baby stuff. So you'll get good use about if you figure out how to calm a crying baby. But thankfully for me, my sister was in town and she has kids, so she showed me how to really bounce the baby up and down and calm him down. And he went right to sleep afterwards, and he was totally fine. Everything was fine. And it really was a joyous event. But please let me know if you guys have any questions. I'd love to answer them for you. I think this whole component of having to host this bris is really a stressful thing for a new mom. I totally get it. So if you want to share your thoughts about that with me, please let me know. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I'd love to do more videos about Jewish mommy topics. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.